really affect you. And I heard
What up, Eric?
racism
Dana?
talked about in a way that I hadn't ever talked about before. Many people, both black and white, say they've heard history that they've never heard before, and looking at history in a much different way. So as a person, I had specific aha moments as a mother and as
That's
a white
fat
woman.
right there.
As a leader, I think after going through the workshop, I was even more committed to continuing to bring them to our staff, and to our CASA volunteers, and to our community, because I believed it was what we needed to do to make sure we were doing what's right for
Y'all
children.
go right there in the back.
So I now require all of our employees to go through the training.
At this point, there have been so many people that have gone through the Undoing Racism workshop at Child Advocates that it's exciting to know.
Yeah, I go right there.
Inside the
famous.
outside of the community, police officers, teachers, judges that share a common language. And I wish that we could all wear a little button that just said, I've been through Undoing Racism, because that common denominator, that common language, it just shows that we've shared this experience. We're open to these ideas. We can talk to each other, be honest, and that we are looking at our work and at our community in a new way, with a new lens.
Yes, it is making a change. It certainly changed my lens on how I look at each individual case. And I've had all of the judicial officers here at juvenile court participate in one of the seminars, because I believe that it is so impactful and is so important to understanding
that she's taking it
how we
after
look
her
at
comment about
what
Gary.
we look at.
I agree.
Because if she took it before, it didn't matter.
I believe that it has changed the lenses of the other judicial officers as well. It makes us sensitive to things that we weren't even necessarily aware of.
Is absolutely, in my opinion, moving the needle, because this is not just a CASA's attending this, court-appointed special advocates. The sessions that I have been to, and I've been to several, have been people from the community, law enforcement, psychologists, service providers, judges, magistrates, people all throughout the child welfare community, and even outside the child welfare community. Grassroots organizers, all sorts of people from the community have attended. And so, yes, I think it's heightening awareness of this issue in Indianapolis.
It was short, it was powerful. It was powerful, it was empowering, it was explosive. Listen, I'm a 58-year-old black man. I thought I was an expert in all matters with respect to race, specifically as it relates to black men. I was blown away first by my lack of knowledge. Secondly, by my lack of understanding of fully what it was about. And I became a student, I became a disciple, and I became committed to furthering this work.
He was there in my class too.
So primarily though, through the efforts of City Moves, we've been able to sustain these workshops. So since April 2010, we've hosted these workshops every 3 to 4 months since then. So you just do the math. We've had 3 to 4 workshops per year. We've done this for 6 years. So we are, I like to think we're slow walking this issue down person by person. We continue to have these courageous conversations. We continue to have these discussions around those basic issues.
I began to feel a big commitment to our staff, to our African American staff, to the people of color who work for us, saying, I want to do this on behalf of them. I had seen so many of them have aha moments for themselves. I'd seen them observe white people having aha moments that really meant a lot to them, to be able to talk in a safe place in mixed company about race. And I think as a leader, that made me all the more committed to bringing Undoing Racism to our community.
I believe it's important for people to go through this workshop, the Undoing Racism workshop, to understand families and culture better, not just for understanding the families and children better as far as their culture, but also to understand yourself and your biases that you may have, or anything that you may bring into a family's life that could be seen as racially or culturally suppressing.
the project that brings Undoing Racism